It is very hard to prove what happened last year with the stimulus or the recovery bill. But we would have been having the same conversation right now, this year, or last May, June, absent that bill. What that bill did was a life preserver for kids. Because by ensuring that schools could continue the services they were rendering in the midst of the deepest, darkest recession in the last 70 years, that was a life preserver. Chairman Obey knows it. Secretary Duncan knows it. Chairman Miller knows it. And everyone who spends time in schools knows it. And that's why all of us who have been traveling the country, I've been in California, I've been in New Mexico, I've been in Rhode Island, I've been all across north, south, east, west. Every school I go to and every district I go to, whether it's principals, whether it's superintendents, whether it's teachers, whether it's parents, they're all saying what these two wonderful teachers have said. What will happen next year when we don't have that physical education program? What will happen next year when we don't have that reading intervention program? What will happen next year when we're all starting and struggling to look at data and all the data consultants or teachers are eliminated? What will happen next year when we're starting to look at how to change evaluation systems so teachers are evaluated in a more meaningful and comprehensive way, and then there's no time to do that? What will happen next year when summer school is eliminated and we have that kind of summer learning loss? What will happen next year when we have 4-day work weeks or teaching weeks instead of 5 days? At the same time as we are all trying to create and put our foot on the accelerator of reform, reforms that are not easy and that we struggle with but we want to do, this kind of layoff situation is a crashing, halting break to it. States and localities need the federal government and Congress to pass this. I often hear those who are opposed to it say, well, it will create more of a deficit. And what are we doing for our grandchildren if we create that deficit? Well, what are we doing for our children if we don't have the education opportunities they need next year? As it has been said over and over again, kids don't get a second chance. They don't have a pause button in their lives. I saw it in New York City when I was growing up. I saw what happened to a generation of kids and to that school system when we had 15,000 layoffs. A generation of kids were hurt. We cannot do that to this generation of children who have more and more requirements in front of them and needs in front of them. That's why we are all here asking, begging, exhorting that Congress follows the amazing lead of Chairman Obey, Chairman Miller, Chairman Harkin, Secretary Duncan. Help us in this emergency. Help children in the future.